IVM.
Have you heard that song? अगर तुम मिल जाओ जमाना छोड़ देंगे हम, तुम्हें पाकर जमाने भर से रिश्ता तोड़ देंगे हम. क्यों? Why on earth would you do that? Non-Hindi speakers, this song means if I get you in my life, I will abandon the whole world. However, that is the plight of a person in a codependent relationship. You may say, Aditi, I understand independent relationship, but what is this codependent relationship? Hang on, today's episode is all about that. Welcome to Absolutely Right, the first graphology-based podcast show in India. I'm your host, Aditi Surana. I am a graphologist and a high-performance coach. On our Friday episodes, I take one active topic. Most of the time, it's a question that I'm asked in my session during the week, or a comment sent on Instagram, or even an email received from a podcast listener like you. I take that topic, look for the corresponding handwriting strokes that can talk about it, and then give you ways, hacks, tips to resolve that issue in an effective manner. So let's get to today's topic. What is a codependent relationship? In Marathi, there is a phrase, तुझ्याशी जमेना, तुझ्या वाचून करमेना, which means I can't stand you, but I can't live without you. Many people who have been married for more than 5 years will describe their marriages in this one single line. Jokes apart, there is some degree of dependency in each and every relationship. However, in a codependent relationship, your partner's approval becomes crucial even when you do not agree with the person. It is paramount to your happiness, an ultimate measure of your emotional gratification. There are many signals of codependency, and they're different for different people. Today, let's talk about a few common ones that you can identify quickly. Know that you are in a codependent relationship when you feel you have to set yourself on fire to keep the other person warm. You feel guilty to do anything outside the relationship. You desire to control how your partner feels about things and people. You fear saying no. You hold each other responsible for all your needs, physical, emotional, intellectual, spiritual, sexual, you name it. You tolerate or even put up with abusive and harmful behavior as long as you're together. Another way to confirm that you are a codependent partner is by looking at your handwriting, especially on this show where graphology is the key. In episode number 81, I presented Graphology Tool of the Week. This is a new segment on our Wednesday episodes. I spoke about a peculiar M formation. That same M formation is applicable to today's topic too. Take any M, capital, lowercase, angular, soft, rounded, it doesn't matter. Each M has two humps. Graphologically speaking, if the second hump is taller than the first one, then the writer seeks validation, cannot say no, and more importantly, feels rejected when the partner does not value him. They fear the possibility of the partner leaving them and do everything in their capacity to be together. Though every person with this M might not be in a codependent relationship, as any relationship is about both the partners. However, I have seen the stroke in the writing of every codependent person I have ever met. I have uploaded the image of this letter M in today's Friday fun sheet. It's a PDF document that you can download from the link aditisurana.com/podcast. Look for episode number 82. Let's look at 5 ways to build healthy interdependent relationship. As per the marriage counseling textbook definition of interdependence, it's about two people capable of functioning independently and they still choose to be together as they share power equally and take responsibility of their own emotions, feelings, actions, and contribution to the relationship. World-renowned relationship expert Esther Perel says, love rests on two pillars, surrender and freedom. Our need for togetherness exists alongside our need for separateness. Whether it is going out in COVID times or being stuck in an aircraft with low oxygen levels, it is your responsibility to wear your mask first. In short, finding freedom in a relationship depends on you. If you build yourself while building a relationship, then your existence, your self-worth, won't be defined by other person's approval or disapproval. Ask these 5 questions to yourself. If you like, pull out a journal and handwrite your responses. Handwritten journaling allows you to slow down and gives a physical outlet to your deep-rooted emotions to come out. Question number 1. How do you help? I saw my friend Megha melting when her 3-year-old son said, Mama, I missed you. I want only you to dress me. Oh, it is so gratifying when people we love need us. But at some point, Megha must stop this, oh, my bacha, and teach him to be independent. He has to learn how to love her without being dependent on her as a provider of his requirements. Yes, the same sentence is applicable to your boyfriend and husband too. Question number two. Are you divorcing yourself to be in this relationship? Many years ago, I read this term divorceless relationship in a book. The author was speaking about why you should make sure that you do not divorce yourself to be with your partner. Many times, while trying to adjust and accommodate in a relationship, leads to feeling broken, empty, lost, or even worthless. Have you watched Runaway Bride, featuring the stunning Julia Roberts and the handsome Richard Gere? It's a classic romantic comedy from 1999. Julia Roberts tries to mold herself to fit in each relationship by mimicking the kind of eggs the other person likes. That is just symbolic to all other things she does to fit in by dissolving herself completely. There is a famous dialogue at the end of the movie: Egg Benedict. Yes, my favorite egg is Egg Benedict. With that line, she finally starts a divorceless relationship with herself. Question number three. Do you trust people when they show you who they are? This is Maya Angelou's quote. Many codependent people are relentless about changing the critical, addictive, narcissistic, or even abusive parts of their partner's personality. It gives them purpose, a sense of meaning. Go find your own purpose and meaning somewhere else. Set healthy conversation about things that you do not agree with. That brings me to the next question. Question number four. Do you even know how to agree to disagree? Is it okay for people to say no to you? Really, I mean it. When is it okay to say no to you? How can someone refuse your point without hurting, rejecting, or upsetting you? Let's accept. If you have that letter M in your writing, then you freak out when you see people refusing your ideas, rejecting your plans, or disagreeing with your preferences. You take it personally. Without your knowledge, you react, get upset, or withdraw. So, this is your assignment. Create a list of 10 ways in which people can say no to you in a healthy manner. I know it sounds unromantic, but you will have to communicate these 10 healthy ways to your partner. Probably train them. Also, help them deal with your flared of fear of rejection and your reactions. Lastly, question number 5. Do you have a gang of friends? Esther Perel says, it takes a village to raise a child. So does a healthy relationship. You may have interest in poetry, and your partner may like video games. Common situation. Codependent people expect the video game lover to transform overnight into a poetry lover. They feel disappointed when they see their partner not as excited as they are about the poetry night or some Zoom call that they're attending. Do you have to do everything together to be in love? What if you have multiple friend circles to do different things with? Find your vibe and then find your tribe. On that note, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Absolutely Right. If you still feel mesmerized by today's conversation about the letter M and feel it has left an impact on you, then be the first one to create that impact on others. Look at someone's handwriting and see if you can help them in any way. And while you're at it, click a photo of the sample that you're analyzing and tag my Instagram handle at Aditi Surana. As you can tell, graphology is the love of my life. I hope we, graphology and I, grow stronger in our interdependent relationship as we go along. Every month, I teach one graphology masterclass, a special course that I designed in the lockdown for people to understand themselves for real. Your handwriting can help you detect your anxiety patterns, understand your kids, and hire better people. This is a skill that can come handy. Next batch begins on Saturday, 9th of Jan. All the details are mentioned on my website, aditisurana.com. If you like this podcast, then don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on IVM Network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on our social media. We are at IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Let's connect on Wednesday. Till then, happy writing!